Hi, welcome to 3D Leisure at Home with me, Gail. Hope you're all well. And going to join me today. Thank you if you're coming on. If you have any comments, please put them at the end. Hope you're going to enjoy it. It's just half an hour. We've got our relaxing music and we're just going to work through core strength, flexibility, mobility, working again within your means. If something feels too difficult, then make it easier. Have a rest if you need a rest. All you need is a drink, a mat and yourself. So hopefully this is a good day for you. Happy Friday and you're well. That's the main thing. So we're going to start just standing, feet hip width apart, guys. Sink the feet into your mat. Take the nice tall body and nice slow breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we want nice prolonged breath. And we're going to just lift the arms on our in breath to the sides, lifting the arms, lengthening the spine, head lifting up and breathing out and taking the arms down. So nice big deep breath in through the nose. Nice long spine again. Make sure you're lifting the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And tummy drawing in extra tight. One more, breathing in. And breathing out. Reaching to the side on your in breath, let the head just drop over slightly. Out breath, come back, and nice long fingertips, wake up this body, and nice big long stretch. One more, the other side, and back. So just going to lift the knee as you lift the arms to the front. So try and keep the hips level as you lift. So we're breathing in, we're lifting up. Nice long back and breathing out, taking it back, changing legs, breathing in, lifting up. Make sure this back is lengthened and back down. Just taking the arms up on your in breath, and as you breathe out, I want you to just open up the chest, press back and back, in breath, hands down. Opposite side, in breath and out breath, press, in breath and out. So we're just going to do that with a knee lift. So breathing in, lift in, breathing out, turn and press, breathing in and breathing out. In breath, lift up the other knee. And try and focus on your balance, pick a point, then breathe out. Just slowly press. In breath back and out breath. You might feel wobbly like me this morning, or this afternoon I should say. So we're going to stand back, enough space for you to reach out in your walk out. So we're just going to do a roll down and up first. Taking a deep breath in, breathing out, dropping your chin down, reaching forward, drawing the tummy up as tight as you can as you open up each vertebrae as you drop down towards your mat. You can come down onto the mat or you can bend the legs if you wish. Make it a bit easier on your hamstrings. Couple of breaths as we stay down. Let the head hang. And out breath, we want to roll back, drawing that tummy up tight, rolling up nice and slow, bringing the body back nice and tall. And again, on your next out breath, come down. This time, we're going to just walk the hands forward. So we're going to walk the hands forward into your plank. You can have bent legs. We want to draw that belly button up. Focus on the heels pushing back, guys, and the head pushing forward. And your easier option here is to just take the knees to the mat. Draw up really tight. Push the shoulders away from the ears. And hold this position. And next in breath, we want to reach up to the ceiling, twisting up. Now this can be done with that knee on the mat to make it easier. So one knee down. As you reach, follow the hand. In breath, follow those fingertips. And out breath, steady the hips. Then in breath. And then hold. And just give me a little forward onto toes, back through heels. If it's too difficult, just stay in your plank or knee plank. Push. And then bring your knees down and sit back. Drawing the tummy up, sinking back, bringing the head onto the mat and the bottom onto the heels. If it hurts the knees, guys, just push a cushion between your bottom and your heels. Reach and breathe nice and slow. Stretch those fingertips, elbows off your mat. Draw the elbows in towards each other. And nice slow breathing in through the nose. Chest expands. Out breath, relax. Again, in breath. And out. And then we're just going to come up onto the elbows. So elbow plank, so elbows always directly underneath the shoulders. And then we stand back one leg, then the other leg. And again, bottom is down, tummy up. In your plank, head just an extension of your spine. And we're going to just lift up one arm here, same again on in breath. But if you want to make this more challenging, on your out breath, come down and reach under. If you don't, you just stay with in breath and back down. So in breath and either elbows down or reach under. In breath. And then we're going to change arms, tummy up, in breath, and either out, just coming back, or in breath, and reaching under on your out. So nice long lift. One more. And bring it down with the hips. Forearms down on the mat, elbows underneath the shoulders. Nice, slow breathing. Draw the forearms as if you're pulling the mat back towards your waist and lift the chest. Head is forward. Nice, slow breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Create space between the bottom of the ears and the shoulders. Push back and relax back down. Hands on top, head rested. Just let the hips roll from side to side, loosening off the lumbar, the lower back. And then we're going to do our little sequence. So we want to come onto the elbows and we want to just lift one leg on, we'll go on your out breath. So Ollie's decided to take a little walk. Elbows down and draw that tummy in tight. So we want to lift one leg on in breath, on out breath, sorry. In breath down, out breath and in, out and in, and out and in, and have a little rest. So we're going to try and lift one arm. I'm just going to turn the other way. So when you lift your arm, you want to keep your shoulders level as you lift, so you're not lifting and twisting. If it's too difficult, stay with the leg lift, and if that's too difficult, just stay with the plank. So you can rest when you want to rest, and just going to take it down again into your elbows, step back into your plank, tummy up, and just focus. And when you lift, so breathing in, breathing out, lift, breathing down, breathe out and in, breathe out and in. It's really challenging. Rest. So we're going to add on, so we're going to take it from your plank. We're going to try and push the hip out to the side as if you're on a little plank side on. So you're not twisting the hips, you're trying to come over in a straight line, so you don't need to go too far. Just out breath, pushing out, in breath, centre. Are we ready, team? Okay, let's work back up into your plank. Now your knees can be on the mat if this is too difficult. And we breathe out, we push out, slide. In breath, centre. Out breath, push. In breath, centre. Out. And in, small move, but difficult. And back, last two, one each side. And back, last one. And rest. Yay. Okay, so now we're gonna roll. So we are gonna do what's like a rainbow. So we are gonna rotate the hips, bring the hip down onto the mat one side, breathe in when you come up, and breathe out as the hip comes down the other side. So it's different to your slide where you're on a straight line. So if you're ready, join me. Here we go, onto toes. Okay, so we breathe out, we roll, breathe in up, breathe out, and in. So this is slightly different, you're coming out wider, touching the mat if you can. Breathe out, and in. Two more to go, one each side. Draw that navel to spine, really squeeze it. And rest. Rest the head, side on, enjoy the roll, and then we're going to just bend the legs, knees slightly wider apart, and do your windscreen wipers, feet dropping, and you can allow the hip to lift slightly here. You want to lower, sort of ease out the lower back. And rest. So now we're going to do a push up. So we're pushing up from your elbow plank. On your out breath, you're pushing up, and on your in breath, you come down. So try to alternate your push up, so it's not the same arm pushing up all the time. And if it's too difficult, just stay in elbow plank or full plank or knee plank. So you have loads of options if you find it too much. So we drop back into our elbow plank, and we breathe out and we push up. Try and hold that belly in, guys. Breathe in, come down, try not to twist. Breathe out, push. Breathe in, breathe out. Changing hands on your push up. In breath, out breath. In and out. And rest. Again, we're gonna change that up. So we're gonna do, I think we'll just go twos, 2 legs, 1 each, 2 arms, and then I'll keep you right after that. So from the start, back up, into your plank, get ready. So take a deep breath in, lift one leg on out breath, take it back down and in. Other leg, out arms. Breathe out and in. Breathe out. I want you to push out to the side of the hips, guys. Breathe out and in. Out. And now we do our rainbow. So breathe out and in. We go one more time on these rainbows. Breathe out and in. Breathe out and push up. Out breath and in. Doing good. Out breath and in. And rest. Yay. So we're going to sit back. Push back into your child pose. Head down. Enjoy this stretch. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let this body rest. Work quite hard. Ooh, slow but quite challenging. And have a rest. So we're going to bring that up into our full arm plank. So we want to be lifting the leg this time on your in breath rather than the out. So we're going to go full arm plank. If it's too difficult, one knee will come on the mat as you lift this leg behind. If it's okay, you just go from your full arm. So we're doing 3 different positions with the knee coming under. So we're lifting up the leg to the back. We're breathing out, we're coming under the body, in the middle. We're breathing in, we're lifting up behind. Breathing out, coming to outside of the elbow. In breath, up, and out breath, diagonal. So all these can be done from the knee, and a little bit more difficult if you're doing from your toes. So with me, stand back, tummy up. Focus on your good plank, head level, so it's just an extension of your spine, looking down. In breath, we are lifting up. You can push down with the chest. And out breath, we're gliding under, bringing the knee under. In breath, we push up, you can push the chest down. And out breath, to outside of the knee. In breath, up, push, and out breath, outside the knee. In breath, back, knees down, sit back. And we're going to repeat that after a couple of breaths on the other side. Doing so good. And we're going to come back up. So repeat, stand back, into the plank, focus on the belly button up, tummy down, tummy up, bottom down. Next in breath, we're going to lift that leg. So in breath, push your chest down, and out breath, glide, bring the knee under. In breath, and chest down. Out breath, outside the elbow. In breath, push up. And out breath, diagonal. And bring it back. And sit back. Well done. Excellent. So I'm going to give you a little challenge to try from a full arm plank. So we're lifting opposite arm and leg. So you're in your plank and you're trying to lift opposite arm and leg. Bring it back down and change. So this is difficult. So try and focus on tummy up. And if it's too difficult, just do with a knee on the floor and opposite arm and leg. So you can focus on this lift of the tummy. One more time each side, guys. How are you doing? Tough. Well done. Okay. So we're going to come onto our side plank. You might need a little padding underneath the elbow. So whichever feels good. Elbow down, and we're just going to do our different options to begin with. So if you're on the knee as you lift, that'll be your easiest one. One foot in front of each other is a little bit tougher, and if your feet are stacked on top and when you look down your body, you want your hip, shoulder and ankle to be in line together, so you don't want the legs forward. When you lift, you want your two hips to be on top of one another directly and the two shoulders to be the same. So you just lift and hold. So we're lifting nice and high. And I'm going to stretch above the head. And if you can, on out breath, elbow and knee together. In breath, stretch. Out breath and in. Now this hip needs to hold up. If the hip is sinking down, then just take one knee onto the mat. Breathe out and in. Breathe out and in. Last one. Out and in and rest. Just going to do our 90-90 legs. So we're going to have a little stretch here. Two hands, bring them over to the side, lift the chest, push the hip forward. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out and just push down. You'll feel this even on your outer thigh and the waist. And then if you can, bring it down onto the elbows. And if you want to rest the head, rest your head. If you take it back a little bit further back with the hands, you might feel a bigger stretch down that waist. Breathe. And nice and slowly, bring your hands down, push yourself up, bring it round, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So again, we're wanting our elbow plank of your choice, knee on the floor, one foot in front, or just feet stacked on top, taking that a stretch above the head, and on your out breath, in arms and leg, and stretch on in breath. So elbow, knee, and stretch. So out breath, and again, if this hip is sinking down towards the mat, bring one knee onto the floor and do this from your knee option. Breathing out and in. 2 to go, guys. Breathing out and in. Last one. Stretch, rest. Bring those legs, one bend. You can have your foot tucked in if it feels more comfortable. Bring the hands round, lift, scoop up. So lifting up the chest, pushing forward on your out breath through the mouth. In breath through the nose. Really push to feel the stretch. If you want to bring it down, come lower. And just relax into this stretch, guys. Really sort of breathe nice and deep and slow. And from going to swivel around onto your sit bones. So we're going to just have a little stretch forward. So breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, fold. Either hands on toes or hands on legs. In breath, still flex your toes back, lift the chest, and out breath. Drop down, point the toes, head down. In breath, lift the chest, and out breath. And from there, we're just going to bend the legs, roll down, bone by bone. So we're just going to go slowly. Take a deep breath in, tummy tight, roll down, nice and slow. As slow as you can go, drawing that belly button down. And when you reach the mat, extend the toes, lengthen fingers and toes, squeeze the small of the back down into your mat. And from there, we're going to just take the legs back up into bent legs, hands to temples, and we're going to just twist opposite elbow to knee. On your out breath, make sure you push your shoulder over with the elbow. So we're going to just lift and lower, out and in, out and in. If you want to do legs up, extend and bend. You can push up, so you can higher push, or you can push away, or the feet can be on your mat. Really focus, push the shoulder over with the elbow. And then we're going to just hold the chest up, and we're going to twist in breath on one, out breath on the other. And if you want to just stay with the grounded, you can do that. So in breath and out, in and out, in, working into the obliques, into the waist. And rest. Give a hug, rest your head, draw the knees in, couple of little hugs. And we're going to take the legs up. So toes, knees above your hips. You can have a slight bend if you have tight hamstrings. I'm going to take my head up. Resting your head is a little bit easier, so you can pick your option. And we're going to take this leg down and in breath, out breath up. So really focus on this tight belly button. Nice long legs if you can, guys. Lift on out breath, in breath and out. We're going to make this more challenging into two legs. So the legs come down and back up. Legs come down, and again increasing that, we're going to squeeze elbows towards the knees, take the legs and the chest down. If it's too difficult, stay with the other option. In breath and out, in breath and out, and in and out, and hug. Well done. Squeeze, and just going to take it into hold low the knees, bring yourself up and bring your elbows back down. Draw the belly button down. Get those legs active, so push the legs down into the mat, keep the space under the chin. Draw this belly button, squeeze it, and on your next out breath, glide those hands forward and try and hold the same body position on upper body. So you draw, hold. If you need a rest, bring it back down, come back in when you're ready, and you can just keep changing. Hold if you can. Chin is up. Roll down, stretch it out. I have no room to stretch my arms. Stretch, tummy, pulling down, small at the back, imprint in the mat. Have one knee in. On out breath, squeeze it back tighter. In breath, hold. Take it up. You can have a bent leg on the mat if you prefer here. And we're breathing out and draw this leg back. Changing legs. In breath and then out breath. Squeeze that knee back. In breath, hold. Out breath, squeeze. I'm aware of the time. Next out breath, take that leg up. Draw the leg back. And then we're going to swap legs. So we want in breath on one and out breath on the other. So draw that leg back. Get a nice stretch. And keep this head rested. And just in breath on one, out breath on the other. Hug. And let's just drop the knees. If you want to make it harder, keep the legs at 90 as you drop your knees to the floor. If you want to make it easier, feet grounded, drop the knees and look away from your knees. Hand on to press down to get a bigger stretch. Head looking away, knees coming up towards the shoulder to make it a bigger stretch again. Work to your own level. And then bring it back up. Drop those knees. If you haven't got space, give yourself space. And then drop. Look away. Try and keep both your shoulders on the mat. Press if you want to increase the stretch. Knees up if you want to make it a little bit more of a stretch. And from there, bring the knees back in, grab your knees, pull yourself up, drop the knees down. You can hug your toes, you can have your hands behind your back. Focus on lifting the chest and pushing your knees down on out breath. In breath, hold, and out breath. And we're just going to cross the legs, just opposite hand on your knee, hand behind, lift the chest on in breath. Push back on out breath. If it hurts that neck, just stay side on. Change hands, hand behind, lift the chest on in breath, draw back on out breath. Out, push out, drop the head, two hands, interlock the fingers. Take it behind. Breathe out, push back and lift on your out breath. Chest is opening up, stretching the front of the shoulders, head is looking forward. And we'll stretch the neck to finish. Palm down into the mat, dropping the head towards the shoulder, your ear towards the shoulder. Changing sides, palm pushing down, and your out breath, drop the head over. Yay! Thank you so much if you joined me today. Hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. So I'll be back next week, guys. Just stay well. Have a little drink of water now. Look after yourself and enjoy the weekend. And thanks again. Appreciate you coming on. Bye.